Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. It's gonna be a long drive today, sorry. I had problems with the computer I was planning to assemble, so that'll have to be another day. Sorry about that. Today, yeah, we're doing some long drive, as usual. Oh. Mouse almost tried to escape there. Right, let's load up the save. I keep forgetting which one it is now. I think it's this. This should be it. Yeah, that's right. Ichizoom, hello. Kipling, hello. Welcome to the stream. It seems that every time I boot up my computer, it wants me to restart to update. Anyone else have that? Like, wonder why I can't do it in the background. Okay, there we go. Right, we've loaded in okay, and as you can see, we are at 2,500 kilometers, which is halfway to the end of the road. Which means that it's, yeah. We're getting ever closer, and that's kind of exciting, because I was kind of worried that we weren't going to get to the end before the update came out. But I think we are going to, after all. That'll be a nice achievement. I might try and make it so we get there right on the day before the update happens. How's the Xbox computer going? Yeah, I was planning to stream assembling that today, but I had some problems with it last night. Turns out I'll need to do some soldering, which I can't really do on stream. So I'll have to do the bits that require soldering tonight, and then do the proper assembly some other day. Yeah, sorry about that. It's a little bit disappointing, I know, but I will assemble the majority of it on stream for you guys. The issue was, I couldn't figure out how to power the front panel LEDs. Because I tried wiring them up to where the LED was on the original motherboard, like on the one I'm using for the computer. And that did not work. Oh, damn it. I think we'll load that save. That did not work. They were very dim for some reason. I have no idea why. I guess it just wasn't outputting enough current or something. So I'm probably going to have to wire them to a USB port. So that's probably the way to go here. But if I'm going to wire them to the USB port, then I have to include a resistor. One Ball says, that sounds like it's going to be fun. Welcome to the stream, One Ball. Yeah, sorry I wasn't able to assemble it today. I was saying I had problems with attaching the power LEDs, so I'll probably have to do that off stream with soldering to a USB connector, and then including a resistor to bring it down to the right voltage that the LEDs want, and yeah. It's a whole ordeal that's quite finicky. But I still promise I'll assemble the majority of it on stream. I'll put the stuff in the case at least. Or maybe I'll make it a YouTube video. Either or I'm gonna document the process, you know. Gentleman Lucifer, hello. Welcome to the stream. How you going? We're back doing some more long drive. We're actually halfway through at this point, so that's nice. That probably means we'll get to the end before the new update comes out in September. In the Teletubbies car. Oh, it does kind of resemble that, unfortunately. Anything cool planned for the new update? For this game, there's a few things actually. I talk about it on stream quite often because I'm very interested in it. But it's going to be a full rewrite of the game, so brand new code, hopefully a bit more stable. And it's going to be a terrain update as well, so everything you're seeing here is going to be different. Could get new biomes. Not sure if that's been confirmed or not. It's mainly laying the groundwork for future updates with more features, such as batteries, weather systems, rivers and things. Personally, I'm hoping for stuff like forests. Like dense trees on either side. That'd be really fun to drive through. And weather systems. Oh. This current car is a bit on the wobbly side, if you hadn't noticed. And I think I'll switch to a different one if I can find one. Or maybe I'll let someone pick. Expert says, whoa, starting a tire shop wherever you stop. If you go off the road, you'd die instantly. Yeah, if there were lots of trees. That'd be kind of an incentive to get the players of this game to drive better, because from what I've seen, and I've seen quite a few people play this game, and I'm also guilty of this, nobody drives well at all. Like, almost no one bothers to stay on the road in their lane. In fact, for the next minute or two, I'm going to try it. I'm going to stay in this lane, and we'll see how long I can do it for. And because in my country this road would have a speed limit of 100 kilometers an hour, we'll stay at around 100 kilometers an hour. And we'll say, if I cross over into the other side, or if I go off the road, then I lose. We'll see how long I can keep it up for. Damn it, I should get my speedrun timer out for this. Where do I keep that? Where do I keep that? Live split. .exe. Come on, run it. There we go. The road is a mere suggestion. Exactly. Let's start it. Oh. Live Split's like a very classic computer program. Like, you don't have to install it or anything. All you have to do is download it and then run it whenever you want. There's no setup or anything. Very few computer programs are like that nowadays. Cave Johnson says, "Hey Dial-Up Dude, have you heard of Voices of the Void?" Yes, I have. In fact, we should play it. Oh, I've already lost it. Whoops. I got distracted. Let's start over. And I know there's a new update for Voices of the Void, and I think I'll play that either later this stream or tomorrow. I keep failing this, and that just goes to show. I'm trying to see how long I can stay in my lane at the speed limit in this game. And yeah, it's not going well. And I doubt the vast majority of long drive players would be any better. So yeah, maybe some subtle nudges with the terrain to stay on the road would be interesting to see in a future update. Apparently the new update is buggy unless a hotfix has come out in the last 24 hours. Yeah, I'm really failing this stay on the road challenge. That's... Yeah, that was never going to last long. All of the planets are Mars now, and there's a crash a couple of weeks in. I'm not sure if there's a hotfix, but if there is, I need to download it because I downloaded the newest update. And I have not downloaded anything else. Also, the saves aren't compatible, so I'd have to start over. But I feel like we could get back to the point where we are pretty easily. Obtain 100 Curfuses and be the monster to the monsters. I've still seen very few actual monsters. That's a lie. I've seen quite a few monsters in the game now. I mean, are they really monsters if they don't try and kill you? One of them even ate all of the glowing death orbs. One ball says, "I saw it got an update. It's been a fun game." Oh, you play it too. Awesome. But yeah, there are definitely monsters in that game. I remember for the first few times I played it, I saw nothing. And I thought, there's no actual anything in this game. It's just trolling. And I was wrong. There is stuff in the game. Seeing our little robot friend get ripped apart was more than enough to convince me of that. Wumble says, "Yeah, I was checking out the new fishing stuff. I haven't gotten very far. LOL, just been messing around." Huh. I forgot there was a fishing system. I haven't even played with that yet. On the last Voices of the Void stream I did, or maybe the one before, our robot that we built was out at night, and some aliens just, yeah, got his ass. From a theoretical standpoint, maintaining safe compatibility across different builds of an engine is a super hard challenge, yeah. That's why I'm expecting future updates for this game, the next one in particular, to break safe compatibility. So that's why I want to get this wrapped up before the update comes out. For Voices of the Void, I'll probably just start a new save. Maybe I'll cheat in some stuff that I had in the previous one. Kev Johnson says, "It astounds me that Minecraft is largely compatible, safe compatible." I mean, it is just Java. And then again, stuff does break between saves in Minecraft. Like if you're going even between two different versions, the world generation breaks when you load new terrain in. So yeah, things can get pretty bugged. Yeah, I'll definitely be playing more Voices of the Void. Probably this stream even. We'll get 100 kilometers done here, and then I'll launch it up and just kind of mess around a bit. I think because it is, I think it's pre-released, the new Voices of the Void update. It's not actually quite completely baked yet, so we'll see. One Ball says, Minecraft came out while I was in high school. It's wild how far that game has come. I used to play it a lot. I think most people who were teenagers at around the height of its popularity played Minecraft. How much was Voices of the Void? Voices of the Void is free. It's on itch.io. And yet, 100% free. But you can make a donation to the developer if you're enjoying the game. That's one thing I love about Voices of the Void. It's not on Steam. I have a goal of building a factory for every item, and I take another run at it every few years, yeah. The 2-week Minecraft phase. Every once in a while, you just go back to Minecraft for 2 weeks and then get tired of it again. Man, I haven't played Minecraft in ages, actually. I should do that on stream. Would you guys watch me play Minecraft? Years ago, I made a custom skin of myself. I wonder if that's still, like, loaded up, or if I'd need to find it and reinstall it. Cave Johnson says, I typically play it for about 3 to 4 months. Interesting. The problem I have with Minecraft is I know that by now they'll have added so much stuff. You're kidding? The real OGs play Minecraft Apple TV edition. Right, do we have any water here? Oh, we've got blood. Which I will take with us, considering it can be helpful for healing yourself. Have I beat the game? I keep pitching the idea to people of trying to do a stream or series of streams where they single-mindedly try and take a run at beating the game, at beating Minecraft. I don't think I have. At least not without cheating. So yeah, that could be a fun stream. Maybe I'll do that when I have the Xbox PC up and running. I know there's 2 versions now as well. There's like a Java version and a C++ version. I wouldn't know which one to use. The Java one's still king? Okay. They want to kill it, but they can't. Microsoft, man. Oh! Damn it, I was reading the chat messages. Bro, what's happening? What even? Oh, that was my radiator. That was an interesting crash. I don't think we've had one like that in a while. Alright, these days they keep running, keep it running on Open JDK, though it's becoming a bit of a pain to get old versions of Minecraft running. A lot of mods use MD5, and now that's disabled by default for being wildly insecure. Rock jump scare. I totally feel like if this game had a good multiplayer, like really stable multiplayer, and if it left Steam behind and went its own way, then it really could be I wouldn't say as big as Minecraft, but definitely up there. Thankfully, Linux package managers, the people not the software, care a lot about compatibility. My experience with Linux has been nothing but cryptic error messages that give you no indication about how to actually fix the problem you didn't know you had. Why do I think Steam is bad? I'm not sure, actually. I really not too sure. They do take quite a large cut of the earnings. And it can be a bit of a barrier, having to create an account and everything. Though I suppose if they were gonna do it any other way, they'd still have to create an account. Like, yeah. I've just never really been one for Steam. I only use it because I have to, for the games I play. Yeah, DRM and all that. Basically killing used PC games. Like you can buy a copy of Portal 2 on DVD and not be able to use it because of Steam keys. And yeah, your account can get banned or hacked or something, and you can lose it all. Steam also encourages Valve to not make games anymore, since they make so much money off it. Let's do a barrel roll already. I have no doubt you'll see a barrel roll or two before the end of the stream. Wow, we're going pretty quick. I just feel kind of scammed by Steam since I spent like $5 on a Portal 2 disc at a used game place, and couldn't use it because of Steam. My opinion that if you have the disc, you should be able to play the game. None of this, like, account linking BS. Man, I need water. Oh no. Oh. They made the rabbits, like, invincible. Kinda recently. Well, and by recently I mean, like, the previous update. And I think they know. The rabbits, I mean. Because they just jump out in front of you now. And it is realistic. That is what hitting an animal of that size would do to your car in real life, so you can't complain about it. Alright, let's whack all these bits back on. Okay. Clean that up. Make a save. About time to make a save. Oh, look at that. Bridge building. You all know what a bridge building means. It means water. So we can fill up this container. Dave Johnson says, in other news, the tape library box came up for sale. Only $220, with a capacity in the hundreds of terabytes. It's pretty much exactly what I'd love to have, but there's just one problem. It's in Quebec. Time for a road trip then? Real power users only store their data on microfilm. Only 5 hours away, but that's a bit of a hike. Fair enough. Also, my French is... I've told you all about the only French phrase I know. And I can't even pronounce it very well. Le poisson au chocolat. Which means the chocolate fish. Right, we're coming up on this building. These can be really annoying during speedruns, these places. When you're driving through and the game lags and then spawns a bus in right in front of you and you slam into it. Wow, those guys can climb ladders. I keep forgetting that the zombies in this game can climb ladders. They're evolving. Technically more of a threat than the Project Zomboid zombies. If you think about it. Since those ones can't climb ladders. Awesome. Pop this in the fuel tank. Just use the French you know, like sacre bleu. Then everyone will know you speak French then. One more says, I tried to learn Zomboid and then just kept getting smoked. I tried to play that game. And it's fucking terrifying. I chickened out legitimately within half an hour. I didn't even die. I just, like, nope. This is too frightening for me. I'm too much of a coward. Honestly, with all the survival mechanics, though, I think playing Zomboid in like a coward mode without any zombies would be quite fun for me. Have I played Lethal Company? No, I have not. I missed that trend. I saw a lot of memes about it, but I never played it. Expert says I'm really bad at Zomboid as well. You know what we need to do? We all need to get together on a multiplayer Zomboid server without any zombies. And just start like a... I don't know, like a town or something. That'd be fun. Just treat it like an MMO. Mobile says I would be down, probably a lot easier to learn that way. I reckon that would be fun. I think the faux 3D that Zomboid has going is what throws me off the most. Like a 2.5D or isometric. I'm too used to first-person games. Zomboid is the Dark Souls of survival games. Whatever that means, I haven't played Dark Souls. Man, I've got so many games I need to play still. One Bowl says, I was streaming so much Lethal Company with friends. The modded stuff makes the game so much better. I've gotten some great clips. I did not know there was mods for that game. That's awesome. Something I'm totally gonna do once I get the Xbox PC properly up and running is burn games to DVDs and then run them off DVDs, the DVD drive, just because. Whoops, you need to put the CD in your computer. I tried running Long Drive off a CD once over USB 2.0 and that did not go well. But I think yeah, a SATA DVD drive would work. Wumble says, I do that with my Dreamcast, have a binder of like every game. Oh, that's awesome. You have a Dreamcast. I've never even seen a Dreamcast in real life. It's such an awesome console. Still waiting for that barrel roll, says Experts. You know what? There you go. That totally doesn't count. What do you mean? Yeah, the thing is, CDs only have a capacity of 700 megabytes, so most modern games won't fit in that. So yeah, a DVD would be a better option. The long drive can still fit in on a CD though. It's like 500 megabytes, which I find it really impressive actually. There's a lot of games out there that have a lot more bloat for a lot less game. They've confirmed that the TLD update will be bringing bug fixes. Mainly because it's a full code rewrite, which means it'll probably be introducing more bugs as well that they'll have to stamp out over the first few days of release. Ichizoom says, I'm still running it on 800 by 600 with the lowest settings for good FPS. What system are you using again? Like an old laptop or something? Oh, UFO. It would be kind of fun if there was a type of UFO where you have to like avoid the beam or something. I remember when this game had the red UFO rumor. That was basically this game's Herobrine. The evil red UFO that would steal bits off your car. Expert says, have any of you guys seen UFOs in real life? I mean, thinking about it, I don't think so. I feel like if I did, that would probably have been quite a rememberable memory. An Asus VivoBook 14. It's real, it's just from a mod, yeah. But everyone thought it was in the base game for a while. It even had a page on the Long Drive wiki page. And that was, yeah, a bit of a a letdown to find it wasn't actually in the base game. I was driving through the desert with my brother at like 3 to 4 a.m. in Arizona and saw 4 huge blue glowing panels out in the middle of nowhere. Wow. Like in the sky or like in a field or something? I think I've seen a UFO in my summer car, actually. I know there is one in that game. Like some weird lights in the sky. Next to a mountain range. Oh. But just massive and no reason for there to be huge blue panels unless they were setting up a concert. I mean, you never know. Could have been like a fair or something. Or like building a walkway. That sounds like the middle of nowhere, so who knows. It has 16 gigabytes of memory on Windows 11. That's what my Xbox PC is gonna have too. But it's gonna have AMD graphics. There's your barrel roll. There's several, actually. And there goes our traffic cones. Whack these things back in. We'll keep these. Because why not? And the ability to cool itself. I mean, that's a feature you'd want in, like, any computer, though. The ability to cool itself. Laptops. Yeah, we didn't even lose a tire in that. Or one of our 2 headlights. No. Close the door. Spilled a little bit there. What do you reckon? Oh wow, we're actually getting kind of close to our goal. Voices of the Void later? I'll boot up a new save. Right, I'll do that once we get to 100Ks in this game. Let's remember I still have a whole pile of VHS tapes from a few years back where I used to record all my streams onto VHS for some reason. Shame I didn't do that before I selected Twitch to archive VODs. Because, fun fact, my first 4 streams lost media. Because I didn't have Twitch set up to save the VODs. Man, that was ages ago. Checked Internet Archive? I haven't, but... No, let's check Internet Archive. Let's see when the earliest capture for my Twitch page is. I doubt they'd have the actual streams, since the VODs never existed. It was just the live stream. Archive.org. Twitch.tv/dialogdude. First time it was saved was in 2022. Which, yeah, it was about a year after I started streaming. When did I start streaming again? I think it was 2021, like mid-2021. And it gives me a content unavailable message for some reason. No saves for all of 2023 on my Twitch page. Interesting. And on the other save, it just shows a spinning wheel. Let's see, June of this year. That's when the most recent one is. Let's see if that works. Nobody has uploaded any VODs of mine. Except for me. I'm not that popular. I hope you understand. Especially not for my first 4 streams. For those to exist, someone would have had to care enough to screen record them. Which I think you're more likely to meet the King of China. Yeah, all the archives are broken of my Twitch page, actually. Maybe Twitch does something weird with them. Like, maybe Twitch doesn't let web crawlers have access to the contents of user pages or something. I don't know. Or maybe it happened to archive them while I was live and didn't work for some reason. But yeah, for all of them, I just got like a loading wheel. Not even a profile picture or anything. Not even a sidebar. So odd. Maybe it just would take a while. Right, 2,577. All things considered, this stream has been going pretty well. We had very few accidents. Kev Johnson says, with streaming, I've kicked around the idea of being a hipster and streaming from a self-hosted PeerTube instance, and then uploading every VOD to Internet Archive. Yeah, another thing about Internet Archive is they're like a not-for-profit, and I don't think my streams have historic value or anything, so I reckon they're fine on YouTube, and when YouTube eventually goes down, they only ever get like 5 views anyway. They don't actually care, they'd love to take them. It's so much extra data though. I don't actually save my streams locally. I just select export from Twitch to YouTube and it just does that. So yeah, good chance in the future I lose all of these. But then again, it's not like I've wanted to go back and watch any yet in the 3 years I've been doing it. Maybe I'll start recording my my streams as well when the Long Drive update comes out and we start a new series. Doesn't mean I could provide a higher resolution to YouTube as well, since right now my VODs are only in 720p because I only stream in 720p. Anyways, tonight I'm going to be doing the soldering on the Xbox PC thing, and hopefully I'll be able to get it all put together on stream tomorrow or on the weekend maybe. Oh, I just remembered. It's my turn to cook dinner in the household tonight. So yeah, Voices of the Void might have to be tomorrow. So, do you guys want my chicken recipe? To be honest, storage is cheap. That tape unit in Quebec with the newer tape drive, it could hold 48 tapes with a capacity of 6 to 12 terabytes and $20 each. Yeah. Guess so. I wonder if there's a way to export, like, every video on my YouTube channel directly to the Internet Archive. That's gotta be several terabytes of video, though, at this point. You can? Like, without downloading it first or anything? I might look into that then. But then there's always the risk that, what if in the future I really regret streaming? I don't think I will, just hypothetically. And I want to purge everything. You can take stuff down from the Internet Archive? I thought, like, once you uploaded it, it was there for good. Unless you wanted to, unless you had to DMCA or anything. Oh, you can just delete them? Huh. YT-DLP can download it all. Then there's an automated tooling to upload to Internet Archive. You can run a simple script that downloads them and re-uploads them in batches. Can it preserve, like, playlists and stuff? Sure, theoretically. Huh. Interesting, interesting. Probably have to do a bit of plumbing to make sure the metadata gets converted to an appropriate format that Internet Archive can understand. Okay. Oh. Well, there goes literally everything. So there might be some light coding and scripting. But do you think the archive and their tooling can do it? Awesome. Well, I think our odometer just screwed off for good. So that's probably a load, sadly. Man, I hadn't saved in ages. Damn it. Ah, well. Kev Johnson, you sound like you know a lot about electronics. Maybe more the software side of thing, but I'm interested to pose you this question. Say I want to power two LEDs from a 5-volt source, like a USB port. How would I go about doing that? What sort of resistor would I need? To bring that down to the 3 volts. Well, you wouldn't use a resistor to bring the voltage down. It's just for current, isn't it? Yeah, how would I go about doing that? I messed around with some calculators, and they got a result of a 68 ohm resistor. Oh man, we haven't even got to that building yet on this save. Damn it. Oh man, we've lost like 30 kilometers of progress. Kevin Johnson says, I know a guy who buys old VHS tapes from estate sales and then scours them looking for commercials and promos and other stuff that tends to not get archived. He has a script for uploading to Internet Archive. I've got a whole bunch of VHS tapes that were mailed out to households to promote cable and satellite television, like the late 90s. I should archive those. Don't have the data sheets in front of me, but at a guess, people have been using 220 ohms forever. To be honest, I think LEDs have gotten more efficient, and 1K might be more suitable these days. Well, the LEDs are about 24 years old, if that makes a difference. But it's really typically put a resistor in series and season brightness to taste. Oh, ads. Sorry. Don't worry, this will just be stuff we were doing already. Okay, well, I'm surprised you of all people don't have an ad blocker. Right. No fuel here this time. Back. That was short. That's good. Yeah, I was saying I'm surprised you of all people don't have an ad blocker. And did you hear I said these LEDs are 24 years old? Not one that works on Twitch. I thought uBlock worked on Twitch. Or if there was a specific one. Putting in a series resistor and adjusting the resistance until you get until you get a low enough brightness. Nothing special. Good morning, Rootman. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're going well. I was thinking about using a variable resistor. And then taking a measurement from that to get the value, and then getting a resistor with that value. And wiring that in. Kind of a roundabout way to do it. That's good to hear, man. If it were from a high voltage, I might suggest something fancy like a buck converter to say 12 volt, take 12 volts down to 3 volts. Then doing a resistor from there. It is just 5 volts from a USB port though, so... What's really infuriating to me is that I wouldn't have to use the USB port for the power source if this motherboard I'm using outputted enough power through the standard power on light area. Since there it's actually considerably more efficient than a resistor down from 12 volts directly. Okay. One sec. Let me draw a circuit diagram for you. Open up MS Paint. And screen capture. Right. To be honest, most of the world says screw it to efficiency when powering LEDs because they don't need a lot to begin with. Yeah. Apparently the LED... the power source for the LEDs on this motherboard is not enough though, so I'm going to power them from the USB port instead. Does make sense because I am powering 2 and the Source was only meant for one. So say we have one LED. I'm drawing with a mouse, forgive me. And another LED. Different sizes, but they're actually the same. And they're essentially wide like this. And let's just say that's positive and that's negative because they're both tied together. That's kind of weird. Are you wiring the LEDs in parallel or series? I believe that would be series. I'm very bad with that. I can never remember the difference. No, that would be parallel. You are correct, that would be parallel. But you would expect a motherboard to tolerate that. Well, for whatever reason, it doesn't. For some reason, it tolerated the original LED that was on the motherboard just fine, which was a little white LED. But it won't tolerate these two together, or even just one of them. I'm guessing maybe it was using a special low power LED. Anyways, let's let's close this so you don't have to look at my embarrassing, awful drawing skills or listen to my embarrassing, awful electrical skills. How old is this board? The motherboard or the board the LEDs are on? The motherboard for the computer is brand new. Like manufactured this year. But it is a small form factor PC. So all sorts of weird stuff goes on with them. And what's really weird to me is that the original LED that was on the board worked just fine, and that was like a little white one. Weirdly bright. But no, any other LEDs I tried to connect up to it were very dim. These LEDs, same size as normal. They're small. I can probably get them, and actually no, I can't. They're in the thing. I can get you a picture though of what they look like. Image link. Okay. This is what they look like. They are like two colors in one, but I'm only using one of the colors. So yeah, I thought they were, yeah, pretty normal. So I think it's just weirdness with the computer I'm using. Not outputting enough oomph to power them, but outputting enough for a modern, absolutely tiny LED that can be much brighter in a much smaller package. Because I managed to power those two with a coin cell without any issues. Like a coin cell battery. That was 3 volts. And I measured the points on the motherboard. And that was outputting 2.7 volts, so it should have been fine. But they were like so dim. It might be whatever resistor they used really was just really was spec'd to be right on the limit of how low you could go. Yeah, that's probably it. So yeah, I'm just going to power those through the USB port. And use the resistor there. So yeah, 2 standard LEDs in parallel. Powered from a USB port. What resistor would you reckon for that? There's another option that's power them from the fan header as well, which I measured and is also 2.7 volts. But I really don't want to have to go soldering to that if I don't want to. If I don't have to. And a USB port. Like just adding a USB connector to the end of the cable is a much less destructive option. You do like I say, grab a variable resistor and start with it set to say about 200 to 500 ohms, and increase the resistance until it's as low a brightness as you'd like. Fair enough. I did make the cardinal sin of powering it directly from the USB port and blew up one of those LEDs. But I had a spare set, so I just dropped those in. And I'm not going to make that mistake again. I'd probably use a variable resistor that doesn't go higher than 2000 ohms. Definitely not higher than 5 to 10. Yeah, this tutorial I found online for a completely different thing, but also involved powering an LED from a USB port. Said that a 68 ohm resistor would be okay. And the resistors are cheap at my electronics store that I go to anyways, so... No LED alive can withstand 5 volts, yep. Guess how I know? Oh man, I'm ending up driving through this night. Huh. LEDs are a bit weird, so they don't really act like normal resistors, because they're diodes. An incandescent light bulb is essentially a resistor, though. That's why people use them in vintage electronics repair. To bring up the voltage to things slowly. Or rather the current. Been a hot minute since I took my solid state physics course. I am very stupid when it comes to that sort of things. Those sort of things. You've heard how I talk. I can barely speak my own language. That's what autism does to a man. Veritasium has a nice video on blue LEDs though. And what that took doesn't really cover their electrical characteristics or I-V curve though. Ichizoom says, I am now booting Voices of the Void. Nice. The one thing I don't like about Voices of the Void is the mathematics minigame, purely because it always exposes how terrible I am at mathematics. Like, I really need to put my entire brain power into it. It's just, yeah, something I've never been good at. Kev Johnson says, I used to work in semiconductor engineering, one of the largest firms in the world. Got out of the industry though. Had a job in verification running simulations. Didn't really feel like continuing to help squeeze blood from the stone. Moore's Law is dead, has been for over 15 years now. Oh, that's the thing where computers get twice as powerful every year or something. I kind of figured that. Since you can happily use a computer from 2011 with no issues today, or even earlier, even in some cases. Alright, let's make a save. Truthfully, it died with the end of Dennard scaling. There's always an upper limit to these things, though. Wouldn't surprise me if by the end of the next decade, computers double on something more like a 20-year time frame. I guess we'll see if in 2030 it's still possible to use a computer from 2010 or whatever. I have a feeling it will be, especially with Linux. At the very least for web browsing and such. It's like, you can actually see that computers aren't really getting better, because Microsoft is having to introduce things like quite high minimum requirements for Windows 11 to force people onto that and to buy new computers. There's no reason you can't run Windows 11 on a machine that's running Windows 10 if it weren't for all the artificial limitations. Kev Johnson says, I'm sitting in front of a dual-core machine from 2012, and the only heavy thing really is web browsing, especially Twitch. Until some point last year, I was streaming on a computer from 2007. All I did was slap a graphics card from 2013 in there, and it ran this game just as well as my current, much newer, much beefier PC is running it. Ichizoom says, why does the Voices of the Void tutorial level feel like the Backrooms? Because that's what it's inspired by. There's actually a lot of secrets in that game's tutorial level that I have not found. I watched a playthrough of it. The tutorial level is practically a game in itself in Voices of the Void. Kev Johnson says, I have a machine around here with 32 gigs of RAM from 2006. It was actually the machine I used for some stream latency experiments. It was the most powerful machine I owned at the time. Oh wow, look at that fuel. You know what I think it's time for? Looks like we can't do a mid-drive refuel from this side of the car. I do have a lot of fuel to put in there once it runs out. $2,583. People are still shipping new modern updates to the BSD OSs that run on a 489 or 486, I'm guessing. Though if 90 CPUs are your thing, you could do a lot better with a Spark-based box. Linux dropped 386, but they think they still support the 486. I've got a 286 computer. I mean, I'm not using it right now, obviously, but I've got one somewhere. Spark is like 10 times faster than the 486. Came out around the same time. You know what's still getting updates? Gem. I'm not sure if it runs on modern hardware, but I know it's still getting updates. Like, it's still supported, and it's like an open source thing now. Has been for ages, actually. Spark actually went 64 bits with Ultra Spark like 5 to 10 years before x86 did. Gem, yeah, the Gem operating system. It's called OpenGem or something. Have I ever heard of X11? I have not. Or if I have, I don't remember it. Gem is a desktop GUI, yeah. But it's got nothing on X11. Let me look this up. Windowing system for bitmap display is common on Unix-like operating systems. Ah, I see. It's like highly customizable. X11 is like 10 years older, and modern Linux and BSD still use X11, especially Xorg on new installs. You're running it right now? Wow. I know Apple sued the developer of Gem in the 80s for daring to have movable windows. It needs to die desperately. Man, talking to you is like getting a peek into a whole nother world, man. X11 is the worst, most awful code in existence. It was a bad design then, and it's worse now. But hey, as long as it barely functions, it's good enough. No one wants to work on it anymore. It's effectively unmaintained. Exactly what you want for your critical infrastructure. Right. About to be 5 kilometers away from our goal. Ten years ago, everybody was working on graphics for Linux. Everyone working on graphics for Unix/Linux systems gave up trying to implement Glamour, a compatibility layer to make it work on modern hardware better. Instead, they left to start working on Wayland as a replacement. I really don't know. I barely know what any of this means. But it's interesting listening to it. Now, this year, Wayland is actually kind of mostly complete enough to start shipping. Still missing some bits. We're at the point where we kind of just need to start shipping it and see what breaks. Well, we're about to hit our goal for this stream. So, if anybody has any raid suggestions, share them now. There we are. $2,600. Like the Atari console. I'll fill up the tank before we depart. Oh. Yeah, that's the right one. Yeah, if there's anyone online who you'd want to see us raid, then drop a suggestion. Perhaps derpy_carrot_. I'll check him out. Cool. Make a save. Right. Stream isn't loading for me. This is commercial break in progress. Looks like my Twitch ad blocker needs updating. Saving is cheating. If the game gives me the option, I'm gonna do it. That's how this works. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we'll raid this guy. Feel free to stick around for the raid, everyone. You get channel points for it, I think, even though not like anyone uses channel points on my channel. Okay, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you to Cave Johnson for the tips for the LEDs, and I'll see you all tomorrow for some Voices of the Void. Bye now.